Sup lads, welcome back to another video. Now today we are going to be finally doing another tier list. Haven't done one of these for ages. Funny enough, the day I'm recording this was exactly a month ago since our last uploading one, but you won't be seeing this on the day that I'm recording it. You'll probably be seeing it Saturday or Sunday. I'm recording on the Friday. So today we're going to be doing another tier list. Haven't done one of these for a month, as I said. We're going to be ranking Southampton managers. So I've taken 9 quite recent managers. I've got 2 managers we had quite a while ago, but still quite recent, and 7 of our most recent managers, apart from interim managers that we've had. So, first manager we are going to be ranking today is Harry Redknapp. Obviously, he seems like a very funny guy, don't get me wrong. Like, he's on TV all the time now, it seems. And he managed us for a little bit between, like, in the early 2000s, I think. And yeah, he was all right for us. Well, not really. He wasn't that great, to be honest. I think he was the manager when we did go down for the first time in the Premier League. And obviously, he signed to us from Portsmouth, and then he went back to Portsmouth after we sacked him. And I'm pretty sure it was the season that we did end up going down. I've got his win percentage here, and it was. Sorry, I just need to get it up quick. Yeah, only 26.53%. He only played 49 games and only lasted about a year. So for Harry Redknapp, again, a 26.53 percentage, only 13 wins in 49 games. He's going in bad. Now, I didn't actually say this at the start of the video before. You're saying, oh, this manager's better than this manager. This is only based on their time at Southampton. So let's say, I'm not going to do this, but I'd put Alan Pardew in elite and Mauricio Pochettino in awful. Obviously, I'm not going to do that, but that would just be because on Saints I could do that, but on actual managerial stats, I would obviously put managerial overall, put Pochettino in elite and Pardew in awful. Let's be honest. Anyway, talking about Alan Pardew, he's our next manager. A little bit further on from the Redknapp era, he was appointed in July 2009 and left. I don't know if he was left or sacked. And he left or was sacked, I'm not entirely sure, in August 2010. He had a very good win percentage, to be honest, so 53.13%, and even won us the now Checker Trade Trophy, I think. So a very rare feat for a Southampton manager to win a trophy, albeit it was the Checker Trade Trophy, or whatever it was called at the time. Just like Redknapp managed about a year at us, just over a year, in fact. And 134 out of 64, I believe that was the time we were in League One, though. So you'd expect that, and probably the season we went up as well. So I'll put him in mid. He's all right. The only thing put me off is it's Alan Pardew. I don't really want him to rank him any higher than mid. And I mean, I'm pretty sure he was the manager when we got out of League One, but I'll put him in mid just because, well, I'm pretty sure I was at League One, and that's a good achievement. Now we're skipping one manager who only lasted 3 games, and we're going to Nigel Adkins. He was the manager that got us promoted back to the Premier League. He lasted, let's do the calculations, about 2 years and a bit, so 2 years and a half, actually. I think, yeah, he's managed the most games out of all these managers, the only one with over 100, with 124, and a massive win percentage, the best on this list, of 54.03. Well, that was winning the Championship, to be fair, and the rest of these managers have all been winning the Premier League. I think he was very harshly sacked in 2013, but hey-ho, and he is going to have to go in elite. I know, stop commenting, he's an awful manager. This is purely based on the time at Southampton. He got us promoted back to the Premier League, and he's going in elite because we were out there for almost a decade, not quite that long, and we went as far down as League One, but he took us all the way back up to the Premier League, back to back promotions from League One up to the Championship, up to the Prem. So for that reason, he is going in elite. Now we're going to our first full Premier League manager. First of all, was Mauricio Pochettino, who lasted just over a year, was appointed in January 2013 and left in May 2014. Obviously, he's joined Spurs. He only managed 60 games, and it wasn't a great win percentage of 38.33, but he did get us into Europe. Well, no, he didn't actually. He got very close into Europe. I believe we finished 8th under him in the only full season in charge, which is only our second season in the Prem. So he's going in good. I mean, I know Poch is a much better manager than Adkins, but as I said, I'm going to keep saying this. This is purely based on their time at Southampton. And he didn't last as long as Adkins either. So, and it was a much worse win percentage. I know Adkins was with us in the Championship, but he's also with us in the Premier League a bit. Don't forget that. And Pochettino, a very good manager, but going good, just a bit below Nigel Adkins. So the next manager is Ronald Koeman, who lasted, pretty much exactly 2 years. Was appointed in June 2013, and he left for Everton in June 2016. Almost managed 100 games, just 9 off the mark of 91, and a much better win percentage than Mauricio Pochettino, 48.35. He won 44 of the 91 games. Obviously, got us into Europe in 2015-16, but then he left after the summer. He got us into Europe. So Ronald Koeman left, obviously, and he was a very good manager. I think he'd have to be on a par with Mauricio Pochettino. I'm not going to put him in elite just because he didn't take us into Europe. If we had him that season in Europe, I believe we would have done a lot better than we did with Puel. So I'm going to put him in good. If he took us like elite to the round of 16 Europa League, obviously got knocked in the group stage, which you really should have got through that. I'd probably, if he took us like at least around 16, as I said, he'd probably go in elite just because that's a massive achievement for us. But he couldn't go in good. Next up, Claude Puel, who only lasted a year. Again, June 2016 to June 2017. The worst managers out of the 4 we've had in the Premier League so far with 37.74, but he did take us to a League Cup final. But obviously, I thought he was very harshly sacked after an 8th place finish, although, despite that, we were only 6 points above 17th. So it was a very tight table that year between 8th and 17th, so those 9 positions. And he managed 53, won 20, and lost 20, and drew 13. So very consistent results, but in terms of like wins to losses, obviously. And we definitely take that year, but as I said, only 3 points above 17th and well off Europe. We were closer to like 19th, I think, than we were to 7th. So obviously, technically, according to the table, it was a very good season, but if you look into it more, I guess like more thoroughly, then it doesn't look that good. But he's still harshly sacked, I think. Obviously, went off to Leicester, has since been sacked by them as well. And I believe he's currently managing Saint Etienne or something like that in France. Not 100% sure, but I'm going to put him in mid just because he's only there 1 season. And yeah, he just didn't do much apart from get us an 8th place finish and get us to a cup final, as I said. Right, 3 managers left. First of all, we have Mauricio Pellegrino, who didn't even last a year, was appointed in June 2017 after we sacked Puel, and only lasted till March 2018. An awful win percentage of 25.53, much worse than the managers. He only got 8 wins in 34 games, drew 13, so it's a bit of a draw merchant. That was the same as Puel, despite managing 19 less games. And as I said, only won 8. But again, he's going in awful. I'm sorry. There's actually a manager coming up with a worse win percentage, but Pellegrino didn't do anything for us. And he just really took a big, ambitious club to a relegation-throwing club where we have been for the past few years. He's gone on since to manage Leganes, I think, but then he was sacked by them this year. I know he's managing Vélez Sarsfield, I believe, in Argentina. I believe he was only just appointed there quite recently. So, yeah, don't know how he's getting on there. And the next manager, Mark Hughes, who has the worst win percentage out of all the managers with an awful 18.52%. He's also lasted the least amount of games and the least amount of time, only managing 27 games and only 5 wins, which is absolutely awful. Also 10 draws and 12 losses. And only lasted, let me do the maths, about 9 months. So March 2018, he was appointed after the sacking of Pellegrino and was sacked in December 2018. So the problem with Hughes and why I'm going to put him in bad, not awful, even though he had a worse win percentage than Pellegrino, is because, right, one, he kept us up that season. Pellegrino was literally about to take us down, so we sacked him, brought in Hughes, and he just about kept us up. Although, it was 3 points we finished ahead of Swansea in 18, that mad win against Gabbiadini. Scored the winner very late on in the season. But yeah, that, and also he brought in Danny Ings, which has all but kept us up this year, really, and he's going in bad. So the final manager, the current manager, Ralph Hasenhüttl, He's probably, I think he's lasted, but by the way, between Hughes and Hasenhüttl, we had Kelvin Davis in charge, but he was only in charge for one match. He's an interim manager, and he's now currently assistant manager. Who knows, maybe he's a future Southampton manager. Of course, he's played for us as well. And of course, Hasenhüttl has actually been the longest serving manager since Koeman, and he's still in charge. Of course, Puel only lasted a year, Pellegrino and Hughes less than a year. And he was appointed in December 2018, obviously after Hughes' sacking. And he's still there now. It lasted probably exactly 18 months now, really. Over 18 months now. He's appointed on the 5th of December. It's now as on the day I'm recording, it's 12th of June. So he's done very well for us, and I'm very excited about him. I did a whole video about him. You can go check that out after this one a few weeks ago. And the win percentage, 35, so that is actually, interestingly, almost as good as Puel, and he has managed more games, which is very interesting. Puel got a 37.74, Ralph is exactly on a 35. He's managed exactly 60, won 21, drew 13 and lost 26. So, yeah, quite consistent from Ralph, and he's going in mid. The only way I'll put him in good if he either gets us to a cup final, or good cup run, or European football. That's a very big ask in the minute. But give him a few more seasons, and I think maybe he could be knocking on the door of that. By the way, that's very satisfying. You got the 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. That just looks very nice to look at on the tier list. But yeah, that's going to have to do it for today. I didn't want to go too far back, just because otherwise I'd be going back well before I was born, and I wouldn't have a clue about them. But yeah, so that's pretty much every Southampton manager in recent times, apart from a few. But yeah, hope you agree with the tier list. If you do, make sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe as well. Still doing subscriber shoutouts. All you want to do if you're new here, if you leave a little subscription, then you do get you'll get a shout out in the next video. And by the way, guys, set a few like goals on the recent videos that haven't quite got there yet. So if you want, go and check them out, and it would help the people that would want to see the videos that I set the like goals for in that video. That makes sense. So cheers for watching today, guys. Sorry I haven't done a tier list in a while, just because I didn't really have any ideas for them, to be honest. But I think this is a pretty good idea, and if you want to see more, if you have any suggestions, leave some in the comments down below. I actually have no clue what to do next. And yeah, as I said, if you enjoyed, leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time.